everyone. My name is Jordan. I am a marketing manager here at Club Automation. I'm joined today with Gabe on our digital marketing team. So today we're going to talk to you guys a little bit about digital marketing and how that can really help your club. So I'll hand it over to Gabe so he can introduce himself and tell you guys a little bit more about him.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Like she said, my name is Gabe Quakkelaar. I've been working in digital marketing for the past 6+ years. So I've gotten to do a wide variety of things, but for the past 3 years, I've been working with Club Automation and clients here to serve the fitness industry. And so I have a team that works with our clients to create custom ads for each and every one of our clients, kind of tailored to fit their needs. And so it's been really cool to be able to come to a company where, you know, the priority is health and wellness, and be able to take that and share that with the world. You know, that's kind of the general goal here, is to really spread fitness throughout the world. And so digital marketing is a really powerful way that our clients, clubs, and other gyms can share what they're doing with their communities. Yeah, so today we're going to cover a couple of big things. We're going to kind of dive into what is digital marketing for people who may be generally aware of it, but not know some of the more specific details. We're going to go over what that digital marketing can then do for you and your clubs. And then we're going to go over ways that you can use digital marketing to help you reach your goals in 2023. So those are kind of the key outlines of what we're looking at this today in the webinar. And we're going to look through some of these questions. You know, do you have any of these challenges? Does your club need more leads? Do you have a website? Is your website old or clunky or slow? Do you need a way for your members to see the schedule, what's available when you're open? Do you have a mobile app? Those are all things that we see come up pretty frequently as challenges for clubs, and we want to talk about ways that we can help you address those challenges and kind of improve on those areas. And so I just want to bring up as well, like, we know there are other challenges. I would love to hear from you guys what some of your biggest challenges are. You know, it can be around digital marketing if you've got certain things there already. It can be around websites, your software, any of that stuff. Would love to hear some of the challenges that you guys are here looking to maybe get some answers for. If you can put some of that in the chat, would love to be able to kind of speak to you guys on what you are looking for. We have a general presentation, but would love to be able to dive into some more specific cases if you have certain challenges that you're looking to kind of figure out ways to work through and overcome. So as you can see on the slide, 53% of members say they do online research before they buy, right? So it's very, very important. At least half, probably more, are going to be making a decision based on what they find on the internet, through their phones, through apps, through your website, and through other review sites online. And so it's really, really important for you to be able to have a good online presence, that you can share your best possible face, so that when they come in to see you, they're not, you know, like, oh, your gym is so much cooler than on your website, or, you know, I didn't even know you were here, I live around the corner, stuff like that. We hate to hear that. We want you to be able to be an online presence that people recognize in their communities. You can jump to the next slide, Jordan. Well, one of the big things that we want to help you guys with is we want to help you increase your members. So what does that look like? When people are looking for you, we want you to be there in the ads at the top of search results. We want you to show up organically through SEO and through website quality. And we want you to show up before your competitors do. So one of the ways that we can do that is by using digital marketing. So digital marketing, this is a definition off the internet. It's the component of marketing that uses internet and online-based technologies, such as desktop computers, mobile phones, and other media and platforms to promote products or services. A lot of words. Basically, it's telling you it's like stuff like Facebook, stuff like Google, stuff like your WordPress website or your Squarespace website or Shopify. Those are things that you're using to increase your brand's presence on the internet by paying for it. So that's kind of what digital marketing is. What can it do for you? It can help you achieve more of a targeted custom audience. So it can help you reach the right people. My favorite example is you can put up a billboard next to a highway and say 3 million people drive by this every month. Are they moms? Are they grandparents? Are they college students? Are they teenagers? Like, who is seeing that billboard? You have very little control of that, right? Digital marketing gives you a lot more control. It helps you reach the right people and keep that audience that you're targeting very, very focused so that you can reach the right people. Using digital marketing, you can enhance your user experience. So, make it easier for people. Convenience is a big piece of this, right? At least half of people are looking on the internet before they make a decision. They're not necessarily looking very hard. That you got to be at the top there. You have to be one of the first things they see. So just making it easy for them to find you is really, really important. You can increase your ROI. Basically, like I said, you can target the right people, right? So rather than just targeting everyone and spending a lot of money to reach a wide audience, you can really narrow that down and focus on the right people to help you get that return back on your ad spend and your investment there. Digital marketing can help you with marketing automation. You can have someone sign up on your website. They fill out a form. It goes straight into your CRM. It automatically sends them an email. It texts them a follow-up. It lets you know that they're there. And you've spent 0 seconds working on this, right? So it can really help you accelerate the process by taking your hands off of it, reducing the man hours spent on it, and can really automate a lot of things, which is really cool. It allows you to track it. Again, that billboard, you don't know who's driving by. Google and Facebook can give you some really interesting demographic insights based on your audiences. So you can learn a lot about the gender of people who are engaging with your ads. You can learn about their age. You can learn about some of their geolocations. You can learn about what they're looking at when they see your ads. Those are all things that can help you understand your audience. And like I said, get back to targeting just the right people, focusing that audience into the people who are interested in converting. And then it can be personalized. So you can provide a lot of customization. Like I said, those target audiences, right? If we're targeting moms, we can run an ad with a woman and some children in the pictures, and it makes it more relatable than just some ripped guy in the gym. Maybe that creative isn't going to connect as well with every audience. And so what you can do is you can tailor your marketing to fit each of those audiences. So looking at that, I would also just love to hear like how many of you are currently running digital marketing, and kind of get a feel for how many of you are doing this already, as opposed to maybe raise your hand if you're like, I haven't done this before, we're looking at it, want to learn more about it, but not really sure where to start, some stuff like that. Drop that in the chat. We would love to be able to just, again, speak to you specifically and kind of learn a little bit more about what you're looking for and what you hope to get out of this. So I'm going to dive into some specifics on some of the platforms and kind of talk through like what can digital marketing look like for you. So there are 239 million Facebook or daily active users on Facebook. That is a lot of people. And that's around the world. So obviously, in Denver, Colorado, where I'm based, there are not 239 million people. There's a subset of that, right? So that's something to keep in mind. But that is the largest social media platform. And so that's something that you can keep in mind and just recognize that Facebook's a really good place to go if you just need to get your brand out there. There are also 8.5 billion Google searches each day. So when we ask like, all right, people are looking for information, where are they going? Generally it's Google. I know Bing's making a push with their new AI features and some other things. But far and away, Google dominates the industry. And so especially if you're getting into it, Google is the best place to start to get the widest variety of options. And so these are kind of the platforms that we're going to look at today. Like I said, Facebook's the largest platform. It has nearly 3 billion active monthly users. So you see a ton of people looking at at Facebook around the world again. And the reason that's important is that if you want to have just a large audience, again, kind of getting your brand out there, letting people know that, hey, around the corner next to your favorite coffee shop is this club that they never heard of, or you're you can't play basketball anymore, it's too hard on your body, maybe you need to get into tennis, something that's a little bit less of an impact, something that's a little bit easier on your body. People are looking for those things. How do you get in front of them? Facebook's a really good place to start. So Facebook's good for business to consumers. So generally clubs are looking to fill it up with members. Sometimes they'll target businesses, but generally you're looking for those consumers. And so you want to set up your ads in a way that makes sense and speaks to those specific people. Like I said, you want to get that right audience, but once you find the audience, Facebook's really good because you get to use images and text together. And so it's really engaging. And like, what do you get out of it is generally going to be a lot of social engagement. People will share your ads, tell their friends about it. If you post a picture with your members in it, you better believe that members probably sharing it with their friends. Things like that. It can be really, really a useful tool to really raise the engagement on your organic social posts, things like that across Facebook. So Facebook's really strong for raising awareness. That's partnered with Instagram. So Instagram is the 4th largest social media platform on a monthly active user base. And something to keep in mind is that Facebook and Instagram, and as well as WhatsApp, are all owned by Meta. And so they're all kind of tied together. So when you look at that, if you say, okay, there's 3 billion on Facebook, 2 billion, or 3 million on Facebook, 2 million on Instagram, you've got like 5 million people that you can set up one campaign and reach all of those people. There's some overlap, obviously, but it's a huge pool that you can target. And so Instagram is more focused on kind of the content. I'd say Facebook, you can have a really engaging, ad copy and text, and it can perform well. Instagram, you need some good images. You need some video, something like that, that'll catch people's eye. When I'm scrolling on Instagram, no offense to my mom, but I'm not really reading her posts. I'm looking at the pictures of her with my grandparents, or, my cute little cousin who just got born, things like that. Like, that's what I'm looking for on Instagram, right? It's the picture, the engagement. So as you can see in this ad here, putting the text right in your image, having an action shot, things like that really help you on Instagram. And then Instagram isn't necessarily somewhere that people are like ready to take action. So it's really good for raising your brand awareness, letting people know who you are. Here you can see, it's like, hey, this gym, we've got bikes in the gym, right? So like, I might not read anything about it. Maybe I'm like, oh, I've been looking for a cycle studio. What can I learn more? It's like, oh, I can win a free assault bike if I come to this gym, right? Like, now I'm interested, right? So your image is the starting point. Go to your ad copy to hook them in and get that conversation started. And then we'll move to LinkedIn. So this one is interesting because it is still a social media platform, which is generally used for, brand awareness, but it's a very different platform, right? You're not going to use it to connect with your grandma. Like, my grandma doesn't have LinkedIn. You're going to use it to connect with other business people. And so the place we see it in the fitness world is someone's like, hey, there's a law firm right next to my gym. Like, I want more of these lawyers to come in and pay me from their deep pockets, right? Cool. We can target lawyers on LinkedIn, right? Like, that might be the place that they're scrolling more than Facebook. Or, when they're on LinkedIn, the other big thing is on LinkedIn, people are in a buyer's mindset, or at least in a business mindset. On Facebook, I'm kind of engaging with my friends. It's casual. I'm relaxed. I'm not really looking to take action. So it's good for awareness, but maybe not good to like drive leads or really get people who are ready to convert. LinkedIn is kind of like that middle ground where people, when I get on LinkedIn, it's for work, right? Like, I'm looking at my company's LinkedIn page, I'm promoting things, I'm posting to that platform. And so LinkedIn is a really cool opportunity for clubs to reach people in more that middle ground where you have that buyer's mindset. But it's really effective if you're looking to reach specific professionals, or if you're looking to reach decision makers. So if your club wants to partner with that law firm, get the law firm to sign an agreement where they offer a discounted rate or something like that. This could be a way to reach the people at the law firm who make decisions. You can run ads specifically to HR professionals or CEOs or specific, job titles, and that can help you reach that audience that you're looking for. And then finally, we're going to talk about Google. We're going to hit on Google search primarily, but I'll just, cover that Google Ads offers a lot. And so Google Ads starts with search, which is a high intent audience where people are actively looking for something. They are ready to make a decision 90% of the time. They're not saying, gyms near me because they're just curious, like, oh, I don't like this neighborhood because there's gyms here. No, they're like, I need to sign up for a gym. I've been sitting on the couch watching too much TV. That's something that you can leverage, is their intent, right? So search is really effective as kind of a lower funnel marketing opportunity, where Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn give you a lot of awareness, get your brand out there in front of people. They recognize you, they know who you are. Then when they're saying, okay, 3 months later, I need to sign up for a gym, they're like, hey, this gym looked like so much fun. Those pictures, those people look like they were loving those classes. Or, I didn't really think about tennis, but now this ad popped up and it's like, maybe I should try tennis, something like that. Search is kind of that closing piece. So search is the part that can help you bring them home. Really good for driving leads, getting people who are ready to convert, high intent. And so that's what search offers. They also have display and video. So you can run image ads or video ads across the internet. So that's more like, I'm going to look for a cooking recipe and I see an ad for a gym in my area. Why? It's because Google thinks that I'm an audience of people interested in fitness or interested in CrossFit or whatever my tags are from Google. But when you see ads on websites or YouTube, those ads are coming from Google as well. And those kind of mirror more of the Facebook higher level, really just brand awareness, letting people know who you are, not as much of a high intent driving conversions type of placement. Cool. So 113% return on digital marketing campaigns. This is from a case study with one of our current clients, McKendree Metro Recplex. And so this is just an example. You can get your money back. This is one of our clients, I believe. I don't remember off the top of my head. I want to say they were located in Michigan, but I'm not 100% sure. So if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. But really cool client. Have loved being able to work with them. And just be able to see, right, all right, we're putting some money in, like, are we getting the money back? And so we worked with them to do this case study, and we were able to, basically double that money, get 113% return, which obviously helps grow the business. And so that's just an example of where, one of our clients, we were able to work with them to track all of it and see what impact it can have. So when you're looking at it, your goals generally are going to be drive memberships and increase revenue. Right? I think everyone's okay with that. Like if that was what's happening, you're going to be pretty happy with it. There's a couple of pieces that go into it. And so we're going to hit on some of those now. One way to take digital marketing to the next level is to leverage SEO, or search engine optimization. So we talked about Google search as a ad placement. So you can pay. Usually those first 3 or 4 results on the page, you see it has a little ad next to it. It's not an organic result. Someone paid to be there, right? A lot of people are smart. Some people just click the first thing. I will often click the first thing because it's like, yeah, that's what I was looking for. I'll just click on it. But some people are like, hey, I don't want an ad. I want like Google to tell me like what's actually the best gym in Denver, right? Like that's my search result. Maybe I skip the ad. So I'm looking for quality, not just something quick and easy, right? Well, if your ads are at the top of the page, that's good. That gets some people, but some people want those organic results. So using SEO, you're basically working to mirror what Google wants you to do on your website. It's creating content around the topics. So if you're a tennis club, you better have some articles on how tennis works, how to get started in tennis, maybe kids classes for tennis. Have some content so that when Google scans through your website, they recognize, yeah, this is a website that talks about tennis. And so when someone searches for tennis club near me, or maybe like kids tennis lessons, Google wants to show your website because of your SEO work. So SEO can include a lot of things, including keyword research and competitive analysis. So just kind of what keywords does Google think are on your website? What ones do you need to work harder to make some content for? If you're not showing up for kids tennis lessons and you're a tennis club, is that something you want, right? Like, or do you want to improve in that area? Keyword research helps with that. On-page content optimization, what we just talked about. What content do you have there? Can we tweak it? Can we modify it to better fit what Google's looking for? And maybe be more focused. One thing that Google loves is a page that is specific. So having a kids tennis classes page is going to be more helpful than having a home page with one paragraph about a kids tennis program, right? Google wants a page with a specific URL that has that content. So SEO optimization helps you build out your website in a way that shows you organically. So that's a really powerful tool that we can use to complement digital marketing, is using that SEO to really help, again, complement your digital marketing. So as you're showing ads at the top, also having organic results come up, and really just improving the quality of your website, speed, all those other things come into it. But SEO can be a really powerful tool there as well. Another important thing with digital marketing is reporting. Like I said, with the billboard, you don't get a summary at the end of the month that says, well, you had 2,000 teenage boys and you had 85,000 mothers drive by. You don't get that. With digital marketing, you can see a lot of that stuff. So one of the really cool things that we do that we think is really important is we provide a dashboard. And so we want you to know what's going on. It's not some gate kept thing where it's like, all right, you give us your information at the end of the month, we spit back out, here's some numbers. No, like you can go in there and you can look, and on this graph, you can see over time, a couple of our clients do not get results on the weekends. And so you can see their graphs every Monday, it's a big spike, and then it kind of trickles off. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just, they don't get a lot of engagement. Why? Well, people aren't looking to sign up for a gym on the weekend. They're drinking, they're going to a party, they're having fun, they're relaxing, sleeping, right? Like during the week, when you're thinking about maybe improving yourself or like starting a new routine, habits. So, if you just look at the whole month, you might just say we got 1,000 clicks. But if you get, 50% of those clicks on Mondays, Monday's a really important day. And so you can kind of say like, we're gonna launch new campaigns on Friday so that they're ready to go by Monday, things like that. You can learn from your dashboard. So it's a really, really powerful tool that will help you, again, tailor your audience, reach the right people. Here's another example of these performance dashboards. Some of the stuff, so you can kind of see, it lays out the different campaigns. So you can kind of see which campaigns are performing based on different metrics. Some might have higher click-through rates. Some might have better conversion rates. You want to be able to see that, compare, identify what keywords are working for you, what audiences on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. And then you can, shift your budget around. If you're saying like, hey, this one's getting a lot of clicks, but it's not converting. Maybe we need to fix the landing page, look at the SEO, do some of that stuff before we invest more budget into it. People are interested, but they're just not converting. On the right, you can see some pie charts. And so those are kind of breaking down gender, age, which are helpful things as well. We find, a lot of people are like, I don't know who my target demographic is, or I don't know. We have a variety of people. Well, after a month or two, you should be able to see, well, something that we see a lot with some of our clubs is moms make the decision for their family. So they're going to sign up for family membership at the gym, right? It's not dads. Sometimes it's dads, but a lot of times it's moms. So how do you reach that audience? It's going to be a different message. It's going to be different ad creative. And so using these graphs, you can kind of see like, okay, 55% of our clicks come from women who are, and 48% of our clicks come from users between the ages of 25 and 44. Okay, that's probably moms, right? Like there's a pretty good chance that that demographic is mothers. And so how do we reach that audience? Maybe you see something different. Maybe it's college students, right? 18 to 24 males, right? It's going to be a different message. So when you look at your ad performance, it helps you decide next steps in saying like, who's engaging, who are we reaching, and is it working? And so looking at the dashboard can really help you identify areas to focus your budget in. Like I said, the goal is to get a good ROI. So if something's not working, the dashboards are a really good way to see that and then be able to make adjustments and pivot as needed when things aren't working. Yeah, 90% of mobile internet time is spent on apps. So, that's scrolling through Facebook, that's playing Candy Crush, that's doing whatever, or, checking out the schedule on Club Automation, and seeing when my next, tennis lesson can be, or things like that. So it's important to have an app that people can use, that's easy to use, simple, user-friendly, because that's what people are looking for. I'm assuming probably at least 75% of total internet time is spent on mobile. Most people just spend time on their phones. I know I do. Like when I log off my work computer, I don't open up my laptop and scroll through Facebook. It's my phone, right? And so that phone experience is really, really important and can be a really powerful way to help you stand out from other clubs. So with a mobile app, you can generate additional revenue streams for cross-sell opportunities using advertisements from your branded mobile app. You can also leverage push notifications to help you reach your members with the right message at the right time. Like I hit on, maybe Monday is the right time, right? People are trying to figure out what they're doing for their week. Maybe every Monday at 6 a.m. you push out a notification saying like, hey, these are open class times, schedule them before they fill, things like that, right? So leveraging a mobile app can be a really powerful way for you to increase your online presence. I'm curious if, yeah, you guys have a mobile app, how it works, if your users use it, if they spend more time on your website, if they just call you, like, how does that app experience been for you? Looks like a lot of people have apps, so that's good. Yeah, again, we started with this, but you don't necessarily need more leads, right? A lot of times marketing, people will be like, I can get you 100 leads tomorrow, right? Cool. Are any of them going to buy anything? Because like I can get 100 leads in the next hour from China or from Russia or from wherever. That doesn't mean that they're actually going to help your business. So you don't just need leads, you also need members. So what you want to do is kind of, you know, when you're running ads, making sure that it ties in all the way through. And so an important part of marketing is going to be your CRM as well. And so something that you want to look at is once someone fills out that form on your website or in your marketing campaign, what happens to them after that? Because if you don't ever follow up with an email, if you don't ever give them a call, they're probably not going to follow up with you and sign up, right? You want to make it as easy as possible. So using the app can be a really cool opportunity to create cross-sell opportunities with advertisements, like I mentioned. Using push notifications can be really powerful. So these are some of the things that you can do with a mobile app. Yeah, like I think most people here have said that they have a mobile app, they're pretty happy with it. So that's pretty cool for sure. So this chart kind of just gives you an overview of everything. So on the left, you can kind of see organic search. People who just search, skip the ads, go right to that organic search result based on your SEO and your website quality and your content. Then there's paid search and paid social. Those are just ways that people can find you on the internet, right? And so those are a really important piece. Once they see your ads or once they find your organic search result, they're going to click on that and go to your website. So you better have a good website because, again, people are making decisions based on what they see on the internet, not on reality, not on what your club's like, not on how great your trainers are, not on the quality of equipment or anything like that. They're going to make that decision based on your website. And so you better have a website that is easy to use, that has all the information. Like my least favorite thing is when I go somewhere and I can't find hours of operation. You know, maybe I can't go after work. I have to go before work. Do they open up at 6 a.m. or do they open up at 8 a.m.? Because that matters to me. If I can't find that on the website, I'm probably not going to that gym. And that's being honest. So after they get to the website, there's a couple things they can do. They can find your phone number and give you a call, which is awesome. They can fill out a form using, we use VFP. And so that's kind of our CRM. And so they can fill out a form using that and it brings them into the sales process. So if they call you or if they fill out a form, your sales team should be following up with them and asking if they have any questions, making sure that they can schedule a free tour or maybe a free class or just making sure that you're talking with them. And so that's kind of the next step. Other things they can do from the website, they can log in and book their class. Maybe they're already a member, right? And so they just needed to get logged in, get to their account, which is great, right? Get them logged in through Club Automation and they're good to go. Maybe they leave. Well, if they leave your website, what we do is we use Google Analytics and the Facebook pixel to track them, and then we can actually retarget them. So maybe they saw a search or maybe they saw a social ad and they visit the website, but they didn't do anything, right? That's okay. It's brand awareness. It's their first time in. They might still have questions. They might not be at the right point. But what we can do is then we can say, find that right audience. These people are at least somewhat interested. Like they've taken action to some level to express interest. So let's target them again. And so what we'll do is then we'll run another campaign that says, hey, we'd love for you to come in for a free tour, right? We don't have to tell them who we are anymore. They've seen who we are. Now we can go to a specific offer. We can push them to take an action because they've already shown that interest. So remarketing is a really important tool that we can use to keep costs low because we already know those people are interested. But if they get into VFP, hopefully they respond and we sell them, and then you get your ROI back. So that's, you know, a perfect world. Maybe they don't respond. So then you can use the CRM to kind of retarget them, make sure you have a consistent touch points with those people, and that you're not going to let them forget about you. You're going to be there so that whenever it is the right time, that they do remember you. Not obnoxiously. I don't want someone calling me every day trying to sell me new car insurance or something, right? Like, it's obnoxious. But I do want that reminder. Maybe it's like, hey, money's tight right now, but once I get my next paycheck, then I'll sign up. Okay, you better be there in 2 weeks when they're ready to make that decision. So this is kind of just like a little outline of some things that you should be looking at, different steps in the process, saying like, hey, we actually have a really good website, but maybe we don't get as many people coming to our website. Okay, how do you get more people? Go back a step, go to organic search, paid search, social. Maybe you get a lot of people in, but then they just kind of disappear, right? You get a lot of leads, but what happens then? Maybe you need a CRM, or you need a, you know, up your schedule. Maybe you only touch base with them once a month. Maybe it needs to be every week. Those are different things that you can look at based on this. So obviously we offer all of these pieces, which is the goal, is to give you a full 360 view that we can support you every step of the way. But what we offer is custom Facebook and Instagram advertising, as well as Google search. So we give you a custom audience, right? We're going to talk to you. We're going to ask, like, what is your target audience? Is it parents? Is it college students? Is it lawyers? Whatever that is, we're going to help you figure that out and then test it and make sure it works, and then help you optimize that audience. We do copywriting. So we help you write landing page copy. We help write ad copy, help you choose images, things like that. We're going to help you do all of it to make sure that you get the best experience and that we can generate the best results with your marketing campaigns. And then we also offer a direct CRM integration. So if you run ads with us, have VFP, we're going to integrate directly into that. We'll be able to set everything up and help you take work off your plate, essentially, and just be able to do that all on our end, which is really cool as well. So we've seen a 26% increase in new member joins from our fully integrated digital marketing websites and marketing automation systems. So again, you can go get a WordPress website, you can work with an agency for your marketing, you can have some CRM tool and a different membership software. The reality is they're probably not all going to communicate with each other. You're going to have to do some extra manual work to get them from one platform to another. Maybe, you know, all of your leads come in through a Gravity form, they go to your email. Well, now you have to manually enter them into your CRM, but then you can't export them into your membership software. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort from you, and it slows down the process, right? It's important when someone fills out a lead form, the faster you get to that person with a phone call or an email, the more likely they are to convert. So every little bit that has to be manual, that can't be integrated, really, really hurts your results. And so we've seen this, you know, about 25% increase in performance and specifically membership joins by using an integrated software system, digital marketing, websites, everything. If you get it all under one house, again, it's one touch point for you. It's less stress. You don't have to keep track of who's my rep for my CRM software, or what was the name of the person with my membership software. You just go to one place, they can reach the right people, and it just simplifies everything for you as well. So here's some outcomes that we look at for our customers. Amplifying your reach. So just getting in front of more eyes. Again, if you've got a really cool website, but no one visits it, it's not helping you very much. So how do you get more people to your website? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google. These are all different ways that you can drive people to your website. We do copywriting. Our job is to work with gyms and other people in the fitness industry. So not only are we good at copywriting, but we understand generally the fitness industry and what works well. So we can kind of guide you if you're like, hey, I don't know, I've never run a free offer before. What does that look like? Or, hey, I want to offer 50% off the first month. How can we put that into an ad in the way that's most appealing to people? We have a lot of experience with that, so we can help you tailor that to hopefully get the best results. We'll also test it and everything like that, but we can hopefully get you started a couple extra steps down the road. And then we have direct integration for lead management. So, go straight into your CRM and it's super easy to use. Driving more leads from your website. You get a expert website design from a team that's built thousands of fitness sites. Again, we don't work with grocery stores. We don't work with gas stations. We don't work with other people. Like, our job is to learn the fitness industry and be really, really good in this industry. So everything we do is really focused on optimizing around this industry, which is cool. So your website is designed for fitness. You get that integrated member experience with memberships, group exercise, personal training, lessons, anything like that, integrated into your website. And then it's secure and reliable, which is important as well. The last thing you want is someone hacking your website and stealing all of your clients' information, because then they're going to blame you. And that really sucks. So a website is super, super crucial. Another thing, getting found by more leads. So SEO, we already hit on, really, really important. Keyword research, on-page content optimization. Again, having relevant content. So if you're a tennis club, you can maybe write an article on the differences between pickleball and tennis. Something that's relevant, people are going to be looking for that, right? They want to understand, what is pickleball? Well, maybe you can sell them on tennis while they're accidentally looking for pickleball. And you want to get the right things out there. So all of that is really important as far as creating content, technical optimizations, keyword research will help you get in front of the right people. And then obviously the CRM is super important. In my mind, that's one of the most important pieces. You want to get to those people fast. So having a hot lead notification. So you get a notification as soon as you get that lead in, and you can follow up with them. You can give them a phone call right away. You can send them an email, things like that. Having automated and custom communications. So this is another important piece. If you want to send them an email every Monday, letting them know, hey, this week we have a free cycle class. This week we have a free swim lesson. This week, whatever. You don't have to go in and, send that to every single person. You can just automate that. Or if you want to be like, hey, have you checked out our personal training? We have drop-ins at these times. You can get connected with a trainer and just learn a little bit more about that. All that stuff can be automated. Again, saves you man hours, makes it easier and faster to reach these people and stay in touch with them. Yeah. So if you have questions, I was gonna say,
yeah,
in the chat.
We do have one question I see we got a little bit earlier. Someone asked if you had any tips for supporting program sales via Facebook and Instagram. So just wanted to see if you had any quick tips on how they can get, quick sales from Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, so with programs, my best recommendation is get really, really good pictures, or, videos are really good too. Again, social platforms are so visual. When you're scrolling through, you're not stopping and reading every post. You're like, oh, that's a cute baby. I like it. Cool. I don't care how old it is, or if it's their 1 month or 3 month, like whatever, it's cute baby. Cool. I like it, and keep moving. So when you're advertising in that space, you have to recognize that and say, okay, I can't have this really complicated offer. I can't, even if it's really cool, people aren't going to stop and read it. So what is your picture? Start with the picture. Something that we see be really effective is if you can get good quality images, especially of your community, right? You can use stock images, but there's something about seeing that picture on Facebook and then going for like a free consult and walking the building and being like, oh yeah, like right there, like that's where that picture came from. There's just like a different connection there, and it makes you more authentic. It really helps them get to know your brand. Again, if you post a picture of me, like if my gym posted a picture of me, I'm sharing it with my family and friends and like reposting it, right? And that's just another organic way. You don't have to do anything, but like that's an organic way that you can kind of grow your online presence, is by using, reshares. So get your community involved, but to program specifically, use images that are relevant, right? So if you're offering group fitness classes, don't do a picture of a personal trainer and one other person, because the picture doesn't connect with the message, right? So really focusing on imagery, getting your branding on it. So if you want to pop your logo on it, maybe put a little banner at the bottom with your brand color, stuff like that. Like, again, helping people recognize who you are so that when they see your website, it ties in, it looks similar. Things like that can really help increase that conversion rate because people will recognize you. So for programs, that's where I start. And then I say, like, what am I giving them? Generally, you're not going to get a great result if you just say, like, hey, we have a $100 membership for once a week classes. Cool, but like, why should I go to you instead of someone else who has the same offer, right? So what we see be really effective is using some sort of free consult, which can literally be you calling them the minute that they sign up and saying, hey, we'd love to talk to you about your fitness goals for 15 minutes. Boom, they got a free consult. That's all that you have to give them. But they see free, they see no commitment. It makes it easier for them to sign up, but you're getting their email, you're getting their phone number, you're going to have a conversation with them. And so, promote specific things, tell them about your programs. That's really good, but also make sure that you have a hook. Like, what is that? Maybe it's, 50% off your first 2 weeks. Awesome. Great. People love to save money. But again, get them in the door, get their membership created. They're much less likely to cancel than they're to say, actually, that's too much work. I don't want to sign up for a full price membership. So how can you hook them, especially with programs, making sure that you just kind of know it's not, I can't just promote, we have a cycling class at 6 p.m. on Tuesdays, right? Either tell me why it's the best cycling class ever, which can be effective, or tell me, like, hey, come in and try it this Tuesday for free. Limited time, right? It's just till this Tuesday. You can't wait. You have to sign up. Give them some urgency, give them a reason to take action.
Thanks, Gabe. I don't see any other pressing questions in the chat, but if anyone has any questions, I just dropped our email in the chat, but it's also here. It's info@clubautomation.com. We're also going to be doing another webinar all about websites. I know Gabe briefly touched on a little bit of SEO, but we have our 2 website experts here at Club Automation that are going to do another webinar on March 14th at the same time, 1 p.m. There will be emails sent out about it just like this one, but stay tuned for that one as well. And yeah, don't hesitate to reach out via email or phone if you have any questions about digital marketing or you're interested in, the whole package Gabe was talking about, digital marketing, websites, and VFP, and we can answer those questions. Actually, we just had one more question come in. We'll take one more and then we can end it. But they said, what are the top 3 mistakes that you see when people try to start their digital marketing campaigns?
Yeah. So it's interesting, right? Because everyone kind of comes in from a different place. So some people are like, oh yeah, we've run campaigns for 5 years. They're gonna have different problems. And someone who's like, I don't have a website yet. What do I need to do? So take that with a grain of salt. Like, it's going to be different for everyone. But I'd say one of the biggest things is going to be kind of a lack of focus. Kind of what I was speaking to on the programs is, like, why should someone, fill out your form? Like, you can't just say, like, hey, we're the club at this address, we have tennis, because it's like, all right, why is someone going to take action on that? You have to give them a reason. And sometimes it's like, well, we have the best tennis instructor in the state, but we also have kids programs, and we also are open for the most hours of anyone in the city, but also this. And it's like, okay, cool, pick one of those things. You can run 4 different ads with all 4 of those really cool things, but make it specific, right? It can't be long, it can't be complicated, keep it specific. Another thing is not setting up your Google Analytics or Facebook pixel. Like I hit on a couple times. The best part of digital marketing, in my opinion, is that you get to see so much information about, like, who is your audience, who's engaging with you, like, what are you learning about them, as well as retargeting them. So if they click on an ad, go to your website and don't convert, we can target them again with a more specific ad, right? Rather than saying, like, hey, we offer tennis lessons, are you interested? We can say, sign up for a free tennis lesson. Boom. So that's another one, is just kind of like not setting up tracking. It's right there. You just have to do the work. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's one more thing. Yes, but it's so worth it. And then the other thing I'd say in digital marketing is maybe, spreading your budget too thin. one thing that we've seen really, really hurt some clients is that they want to do everything. And you can't, unless you have $1 million, you really can't do everything. So it's saying, okay, this is why we focus on Facebook and Google, is that Facebook's really good top funnel, a wide audience. You can get a lot of eyes. Like it's got that visual aspect. It really gets people connected to your brand. And then pair it with Google search, and you can get people who are looking for you, so that they say, hey, I saw these people on Facebook. They look like an awesome place to work out. I'm going to click on their website, you know? And so you can kind of build on it on yourself. But if you try to do, you know, a Facebook campaign, a separate Instagram campaign, a LinkedIn campaign, maybe you want to go, you know, run a Google display campaign, a YouTube video campaign, you got a cool video, great. Too much, right? Especially when you're starting, get started with like 1 or 2 things, get yourself out there, get comfortable with it, make sure everything's set up correctly, because the worst thing is spending a bunch of money and then you're like, oh, our lead form isn't working. You're like, okay, that was a waste, right? Test everything. But really just like start with, you know, the big trend lately has been TikTok. We've got a bunch of people like, can we run TikTok ads? You could. The minimum daily budget is $50. So that puts your monthly budget at $1,500, which is right about where a lot of people are at. And I say, this is brand awareness. This is Facebook. I can get you the same thing on Facebook for cheaper. You don't have to make a custom video to fit TikTok. You can have a video on Facebook, but it doesn't have to be specifically a video for TikTok. Or you could just have images, save you some money on the video development end, save you some time, get up faster, things like that. TikTok's cool, but like start simple, like don't overdo it. And then you can add, right? If you see videos performing really well, add a YouTube campaign, add a TikTok campaign. That's great. If you have the video team and you can do all that, that's awesome, but don't start with it. Start simple, make sure you have all your processes in place, make sure that you don't overwhelm your sales team with like, oh my gosh, we're now getting 10 people calling us every day because our search ads have a click to call link, which is cool, right? Like we love 10 more phone calls. Make sure that everyone's ready and that your systems and everything else is set up, and you're good to go. One other thing I think I saw early on when we were talking about Facebook and Instagram, someone asked about boosted posts versus running ads. So boosted posts are a good way to just kind of increase engagement with your organic content. There's not really anything wrong with them. But to me, the difference is there's very limited targeting options with boosted posts. So I just want to address that because to me, again, it's all about finding that right audience, right? And if you're just boosting posts, that's okay. It's the first step. But if you want to take it seriously and really figure out who you want to reach, if you want to run a retargeting audience, things like that, you're going to want to set up a Facebook ad account. You're going to want to have it connect to your Facebook page, run full ad campaigns. You can run them very similarly, but you just have a little bit more, a few more levers to pull, a few more options that you can tie into, which really then, you know, can exponentially help your performance when you're like, all right, it's females between 35 and 44. We're going to use images with females in them. We're going to, you know, have a mother or a parent's targeted audience with copy about our kids programs, right? Things like that. Once you kind of hone into that audience, it can really help you. Boosted posts, help people see your organic posts. So it's like you're posting stuff. You've got an event coming up next week, boost the post. That's great. Some of our biggest clients still boost their posts because it can be helpful. But to me, boosted posts aren't marketing campaigns. It's kind of a way to, it's like SEO. It helps more people find your website. It helps more people find your Facebook posts, but it's not the same thing as, you know, setting up a marketing strategy, figuring out your audience, and then running an ad specific to that audience.